What are the other supports? What Spark supports? It support all languages, and in the backend, it's all about the behind languages Scala. Okay, it's written in Scala, and then yeah, and also the Python as well. And in different languages, we have the APIs. We can use any language, so it's just written in such a way that we can use any language. Um, and then we'll talk about the batch data and the stream data. So these are two type of data that Spark understand, right? Yeah. So batch data is something like where we get okay, let's take the example. Let's say you work as a cashier, and in the evening you calculate how many orders came. Okay, you just do the computation. So in the counter, the person check the gives I mean accumulate all the orders, give the sum to the owner. Okay, so it's the same as if you see in the machine, how the machine works, how the parallel processing work is. Every day a jobs run which calculate the sum of orders, okay, and then present it in the dashboard. It's a simple example. In the restaurant it usually calculate these sum of orders, and it will give you the result to the owner in the form of restaurant example. But in the machine learning it gives you the dashboard, okay, doing the same thing. And then the streaming data is doing the same, where we are working with the live data. Okay, live orders are coming in, and then we're doing the aggregations of sum or everything in the real world example. And similarly you are doing the analytics on the data you have. Analytics in terms of doing the predictions, doing the um, in which area you have lot of orders, in which area you don't have the sales. I mean, if you're talking about the sales, in sales perspective, you can figure it out in how many stores the sales are high, in how many stores your sales are low, right? And then we'll talk about the integrated with the data science and ML. Okay, so data science come into picture, as I told you, related to the analytics. Okay, that I'm creating a new series of out of it. So there we will talk about the TensorFlow, Pandas. You will talk. Okay, Skitlearn, R also, and it is integrated with the SQL Analytics and BI like Tableau. Yeah. So you will going to, so analytics can be done in there are several tools to do the SQL Analytics. One is a Tableau, other is a Power BI. There are other free analytics API that you can use, but mostly in the companies you will going to see only Tableau and the Power BI. Right. So um, so let's talk about the components that we have in Spark, right? Then so the components of this Spark that we have is the cluster. Okay, the cluster manager. So let's take an example of the restaurant. So restaurant, if you see, we have chef, we have one manager, and restaurant can have multiple chains. Okay, in each chain, in each store, you can have multiple managers, and then you have one founder, right? So let's go back to the this components of Spark. Let's go back to the Spark. So cluster are the cluster manager. If you see, they are the restaurant managers who are handling the chefs, okay, and the proper restaurant, okay. And then I'll talk about the parallel processing also. So in the parallel processing, what you can see is um, what you can see is that in the parallel processing, how many chefs are in the restaurant example, how many chefs are processing that order. So large number of chefs, large number of orders will be there, okay, doing the parallel processing. They are not dependent on each other, they can work independently, serving the orders. And then we're going to look at the catalyst optimizer logic and physical plan. That's a very important topic. I'll explain you with the restaurant example. Then you will see the drivers, okay. Then you will going to see the driver. So drivers are your nothing but your what you say, your waiter, okay, your waiter who is taking care of your orders, okay. And then the cores are nothing but your burners, stoves, you can say, right. And then the nodes you can have, um, so nodes you can have like the number of so one slab can, what you say, the burners can have multiples, um, one stove can have multiple burners, so one stove can be taken as the nodes. And then your memory is like your fuel, how many, your gas, okay, pipeline gas or your fuel basically. And executors are your chef who is preparing the food. And then you have this spark session, that's the entry point that we're going to discuss. And then the joins. Thank you. Subscribe it if you like this video. Thank you.